been actually accused of. So Acho is going to give us a spiel. I sped it up already past 3 minutes because he was just talking about how he just seen Marcellus and his wife a few weeks ago before this whole incident. And how, Marcellus and him don't have as much beef as people think. He dapped Marcellus up, but the wife didn't dap him up. So he's going to go through the information here. And we got to talk about Marcellus Wiley, man, because everywhere I turn, because I was watching my boy just for sports entertainment value, but he got a lot of enemies. So here we go.
Let's cut to the latest. The latest, Marcellus accused by his wife of raping her in 2012 while intoxicated, and then also trying to shoot at both of her friends. Raped her multiple times in January of 2026. Punched her in the face in 2014. Threw a bottle of Coca-Cola at her while she was 9 months pregnant in 2019. Again, these are all the accusations. Struck her with his shoe August of 2025. Dragged her out of bed in January of 2026. And allegedly telling her she was his property. Stated she feared for her life, which prompted her to file the restraining order. What the hell's the latest? They were in, looks like Florida, like Resort World. I believe they have 3 kids together. Marcellus has 4. He has an oldest daughter, young 20s, and then they have 3 together. They're in Florida at like a baseball camp or something like that, some like baseball youth league. She calls the cops. She calls the cops on him because she alleged that the day before she called the cops, he poked her in the cheek. Pokes in the cheek, calls the cops, says that like she's fearing for his life. The cops asked her 7-year-old daughter, who was allegedly in the room, hey, did you see Mom get poked in the cheek by Dad? Daughter's like, I ain't seen nothing. Either way, the cops said that they found enough evidence that there was some sort of bodily harm that Marcellus, he ends up going to jail. Y'all know the vibes. If somebody gets called on domestic battery, domestic assault, domestic anything, somebody is going to jail. Here's where it gets interesting. Remember, that happened in Orlando, Florida, just a couple days ago, July 4th weekend. Where it gets interesting is like, after the cops were called for that incident, it was then found out that there was a rape allegation. Okay, that's Marcellus. But yo, that's not where the story stops. Because who the hell is Anne Marie, his wife? Well, Anne Marie is coming to fame of her own. How the hell did that happen? Anne Marie in 2023 got cast on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I both know Anne Marie and I know her replacement. Acho, how the hell you know her replacement? Because she only lasted 1 season. Okay, so Anne Marie, she was adopted. She's currently on like a hunt to find her biological parents. Well, how do I know that? Because she took that hunt to Nigeria. Now, there was a video of Anne Marie that has since been deleted, looking very familiar with this wealthy man in like this Nigerian club. It got sent to me privately because obviously I'm Nigerian. So my Nigerian friends were like, hey, ain't this Marcellus's wife? I saw that video like a month and a half. I started doing my Googles. I was like, that's interesting. She looks far too familiar with the man that's not her husband, leaned over, smiling, key. That's separate from the allegation incident. I just found that interesting. But remember, I saw them later to track me, so I'm thinking, oh, it's all smiley in paradise. It wasn't all smiles in paradise. Anne Marie was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She lasts a season. After the season, she gets kicked off. Again, who's Anne Marie? Anne Marie is a nurse anesthetist, not an anesthesiologist. The difference is a CRNA doesn't necessarily have to go to med school, so there's less schooling. Anesthesiologists can administer anesthesia by themselves, and a nurse anesthetist has to, in certain states, have an anesthesiologist kind of supervising them. That's the difference. Anne Marie appears to have, as of late, come into some fame of her own, or wanted to come into fame of her own. Okay, here's what's interesting, though. In Anne Marie's goodbye message, after finding out she wasn't going to be included in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she says, and I quote, this is a caption from an Instagram post, "What I am is a woman, a proud Black woman who is truly blessed with a wonderful, strong Black man as my husband, who lifts me and our 4 wonderful children up with so much love and positivity on the daily," she wrote. "Who is truly blessed with a wonderful, strong Black man as my husband, who lifts me up and our 4 wonderful children with so much positivity on the daily."
So as you have it there, you can see that Ocho has been fiending to get this information out about Marcellus Wiley. He sounded better than a detective with all the information he had. But this kind of goes into the conversation we all just had along with Classic. Why are we still staying in situations where someone's calling law enforcement on you, pressing charges? Like why are men staying? Like, this is why I feel some Black men, not all, some Black men are becoming a dying breed. Because why are we putting ourselves? Because obviously he beat the charges, right? So because he wouldn't be talking to us every day on TV and on YouTube. And so why are you staying with a person who is taking you through that? I understand the tussles we just talked about, all that, but these people, this man is losing money. Right now, he wasn't on live today for this morning show. He wasn't on live yesterday. He's losing money as we speak. Like, what is y'all thoughts about this, man? This is Marcellus Wiley, man. I'm trying to figure this out, man.
I know you're speaking on the man's behalf, but for a woman, after all of that, why are you staying? If all that is true, all of that is going on, then why are you staying? Do women stay longer than they should?
Well, with what y'all just told me, and you also fell in line with it because you crashed out as well. It sounds like women must stay because nobody will want to deal with y'all. Like, nobody's gonna deal with Tigger's ex-wife.
Oh no.
If they ever divorce, nobody's gonna deal with Miss Wiley either. Like, I think the woman stays because she knows she can do no better. I don't know why the man stays, especially because these men are mostly the breadwinners of the family as well. And that's why I said I think it's so much danger in staying in these situations, to say you love each other, to say you're trying to put the children, because your children was there. Like, y'all got to go watch it for yourselves. I'll put it in the rewatch. I'll put it in the chat, the link. Like, they actually asked the child, did the child see did you see your father push your mom in the face? You know what I mean? Like, it was a child in the room as this was going on. So the child said they didn't see anything, but we don't know what this child probably would have seen. You see what I mean? Because, like, if this ain't the first time, right? They just said like 4 other incidents. So this child probably already knows the routine, right? I need to protect mama and daddy. They'll get over it. This happens all the time. I'm not going to say anything. Like, I'm trying to figure this out, man. Like, has fear made us a dying breed? Are we afraid to leave? Are we afraid to start over? Are we afraid to feel like a failure in the moment? Like, what is it for us? For real? Like, this is, I'm really trying to acquire.
Until other information comes out, I am going to jump out there and say he didn't do it. Because I watched this man's show. At first, I ain't never liked Marcellus Wiley. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, when he was on Fox, couldn't stand it. ESPN, couldn't stand it. But his podcast, I like him. And I'm gonna tell you, the one moment that really made me like him was his interaction with his little daughter.
Yep, she comes in there every morning.
All the time she pull up on him, every time, and the way he handles her is almost gentle giant kind of energy. Like, he seems as if he's a mama's boy, which he is, because he does speak about his mama in a way like his mama tough.
Yeah.
And he's but he's still a mama's boy. And just the way he handles her, he's super, like, it's direct, but it's so gentle the way he handles his daughter. That made me say, I like Buddy. That right, because I don't play by dudes. I don't fuck with dudes that don't mess with their kids. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't play with dudes that don't mess with their kids. So when he did that, I was like, hey man, that made me like him. Like, that part right there made me like him. So I'm gonna jump out there and say these allegations are false. Because when you are that big, you have a tendency not to be so violent towards women, because you're not even confrontational with men. He's not confrontational. I remember when him and Rod Clark was getting into it, and Rod Clark said he wanted to fight him. He said, man, I ain't gonna fight you. And he come from that. His environment come from that. So I'm gonna jump out there and just say these allegations are false. But I will concur with you, souls, and say, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Get up out of that now. Run. Chico coming, run.
I would just say the allegations are false just because every other allegation was false. Like I don't even have to hear the story. Like it's the woman who cried wolf. I mean, what is it? The boy who cried wolf at this point. Like, like this is crazy. And then to say your husband possibly raped you,
that's crazy.
That's asinine. I can say that big word.
Asinine.
That's asinine.
That is asinine.
That
is properly put.
Yeah, like this is like we got like for real, man. Like this is why I said tonight, man. Just talking about the dying breed, because the reason why I say that is because everybody always talk about there's no good men. There are, and these are two good men, regardless how you want to look at the situation or not. They are two good men for what we know. Because everything has been alleged or allegations that they have beat. Tigger beat the first allegation that she came out. They found out, you know, we all seen the video and she fell and all that. Like, we're becoming a dying breed because the women that we continue to say we should love continue to be the ones who are killing us off. We're being killed off by our own kind. Even when it comes to relationships, you can disregard black on black crime. We're destroying black on black nuclear families.
If you ever call the police on me, male or female, we are no longer, whatever it was, that's exactly what it's going to be, past tense. We are no longer. If you call the police on me, you just took a situation that was maybe a 7, 8, 9, or a 10 to a 13, 14, 15. We're done. Absolutely done. There's nothing to talk about. Right or wrong. If you wrong or I'm wrong, we're done. No, we're done.
It's crazy. What are your thoughts, Rain?
I really don't understand why couples, marriages, tend to still exist after so much trauma and physical altercations and unhappiness and everything. Why stay in misery? Why stay in life is too short to be waking up next to somebody you don't even like. It really is. And as we choose to do that on day in and day out, waking up next to somebody you don't even like. Obviously she don't like him, because if she did, then those allegations wouldn't be brought upon him. So it's
sad, man.
All these situations is sad.
I think it's real sad because he has a daughter that loves him. Like Flood says, she does come in on every episode. If you really watch his show, Hydration Situation in the mornings, and like you're tarnishing her view of what a man looks like and a good man.
Right.
Like
ain't no telling what she done seen.
Yeah, you're showing your daughter that in the future, if things don't go your way, you can accuse them of something. You can make their life different. You can make it tougher. I really think, like, I'm starting to think as we continue to create more content that it is the woman that is destroying homes. Because I'm watching two men over years of allegations stay with the same woman. Like, I mean, years of it. Not just one incident, not just one thing, years of allegations.
So do men never get fed up? Because, you know, a woman that get fed up and she be gone.
Men don't leave like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he got some daughters in the house too. They just don't leave like that. You understand? Like, their tolerance is a little higher for the fuckery. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little higher. So it's like we always look at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Just like if somebody's involved in a job that they can't stand, they're looking at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's paying the bills. You know, I gotta endure some stuff like this right here, man. It's okay, but it's still taking care of my baby. My baby taken care of. They look at the bigger picture. Women look at the BS. They look at their emotions, their feelings. They're married to their feelings. So if something don't feel right, then they just quickly make a great escape. A man looks at things are totally different. To where it's like, you know, if I ain't got no stake in this, they can dip. But when they do have stake in this, be like, if I do leave, you know, who gonna pay this mortgage? If I do leave, who gonna feed my babies? I ain't doing this from my side. I'd rather endure this and be here with my babies in the house where they can see me. I can protect them. I ain't studying you. I sleep on the couch. I sleep in the guest room. You know what I mean? But I ain't leaving my babies. You know what I mean? Like it's when they got more at stake, men look at a bigger picture. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, and most people that are trying to get the bag, most people who have secured the bag are the ones who make dip left and right. But the ones that still bag chasing on a day-to-day basis, you don't have that kind of drive and be focused on some scatter. You know what I'm saying? Like Tigger and Marcellus go live every day. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire. He's played professional football. He's worked for ESPN. He's worked for Fox. He's a millionaire, but he still gets up every morning and grind on this tube. Tigger gets up every morning and goes to the radio station. He's not concerned about that. And if he was cheating, guess what? You'll never know. Because in between that radio station and me getting home, Dangalang already been wet and dried already.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you read these comments.
All right.
Let's see here.
Tristan said, 2012, I'm done with society. Richard said, great. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah,
Penny. Yeah. Richard
Great.
said, raped his wife. She stayed with him. Penny said, H.O. got light-skinned Drake tendencies. Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Acho.
Okay.
Jinx.
Muriel said, it's always Florida. Tristan said, oh, so she been agreed before got it. Penny said, H.O., right? Acho.
Nacho without the N. Acho.
Okay, Acho be in the female drama and associate with all the mess and other women.
Mm-hmm.
No Ego said, this guy, Acho, is a snake, the worst kind of dude. Speaking about SA charges from 2012 and DM accusations is foul, and I don't even rock with Marcellus.
Hey, I don't think he was like putting it out. I think he was making points of what he's been accused of.
Yeah.
And just to defame her, you know, discredit her.
Okay.
So I don't think he was trying to do that.
Yeah, you guys, that's why I said you got to watch the whole thing. Like he literally opens up with a whole 3-minute dialogue of like, hey, me and Marcellus are cool. I know people think we got beef. He said all the information I'm going to provide you is just all for information that was provided. Like that's
Richard says, so we don't look weak. No Ego said, Acho will get his name's messing me up every time because I want to say Acho. Acho will get his next. It's coming. Also, his podcast is trash.
Speakeasy is not good.
It is trash. It is trash.
Richard said, plus that's what vows are.
Shady McCoy, the only reason why they stay on TV.
Tristan said, lack of respect is the problem. Mariel said, yes, some do. Penny said, men don't leave because they feel stuff is too valuable to start over. It's admitting you got beat by a lady and admitting she ran you out your domain.
Okay.
Good point, Penny.
So you make the woman leave. Hey, you got to get up out of here.
Well, Penny, if you want to make yourself feel better, remember God gave you dominion over everything. So if you leave one domain, you still have dominion.
Penny said, especially since she has no more value being a proven 304 or showing reckless behavior. Richard said, don't even get locked up to begin with. No Ego said the rich men stay because they don't want to take the financial hit from a divorce. It's cheaper to keep her. Jacksonville kid, welcome in. My mama used to beat me with with extension cords and threw a pot of hot grits on me.
Glad you still here to talk about it, big dog.
Tristan said, I think that in his attempt to keep his family together, he became tolerable of her behavior.
I like that one, Tristan.
Supermax said the woman stays to punish. Jacksonville kid said, I thought Spike Lee was from New York, but he has Tampa Bay Buccaneers gear on. I ain't near Spike Lee. Penny said, crazy is they will send you to jail, but be upset when we get a passport and wonder why. Richard said, why get married? Uncle Plug said, Jacksonville kid, I'm a Florida boy. For real, you got to come better than that, my dude. Muriel says she likes the life he provides her. Classy said, well, they ain't sold. I've been saying that.
Which part? Which part are you talking
about? Richard said, men live life on auto.
Is he talking about the women are the reason? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Muriel said, when there's a toxic environment, why would you stay, man or woman? Yeah, I asked that same question. Penny said, truthfully, dudes leave. We just head to the side chick house and be back for dinner. Claxton said, it's them vast majority of the time. It is what it is. Richard said, I'm glad I get different opinions. I'll never marry because y'all don't believe in it.
Don't follow us, Rich. Do your thing, big dog.
Your own thing. Classic says set and dry is crazy, Unc.
Yeah. So good one, man. Prayers to Marcellus, dog. Hope you can get through this on time, man. And if you beat this case, bro, you need to go ahead and do your walk off, bro. Don't sit through no more of this.
And hold your head high.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the last segment, which is Soul's Talk, which is gonna kind of tie all this in with some wisdom at the end. So here we go.
The talk I give on the 5 biggest challenges Black people have for the next 100 years. The number one challenge is the existential crisis of the Black family. The existential crisis of the Black family. Marriage in our culture is down to 34%. When we were growing up, it was 85%. It's now down to 34%. 71% of our sisters are not married, 29% will never get married, 63% of our brothers are not married, 30% of them will never get married. There is no culture in the history of humankind that has risen to maximize their full human potential without family at the center of their culture. This only exists. This is an interesting but negative statistic. This phenomenon of the existential crisis of our family only exists among African American Black people. It does not exist on the continent or anywhere else in the diaspora. So there must be something in the water. We must fix this. It is a lot easier said than done because it is impacting our wealth. Quick statistics. For 350 years, household median income was dominated by white people. They were number one in this country. They no longer are number one, they're number 3. And there's a reason for it. So who has the highest household median wealth in America? It's East Indians, $104,000 a year. What's the marriage rate in the East Indian culture? 94%. 2 are working. Who's number 2? Chinese Asians. Household median income, $110,000 a year. Marriage rate close to 70%. Number 3 are white people. Household median income, $88,000 a year. What's the marriage rate? Almost 50%. Down significantly. Number 4 are Hispanics. Household median income, $61,000 a year. Marriage rate close to 70%. We are at the bottom. Household median income, $55,000 a year. Marriage rate, 34%. And projected based on facts and statistics that if we do not fix this, because white folks ain't fixing this, our marriage rate will be in the low teens in the next 20 years. The talk I give on the 5.
So there you have it, man. Soul's talk tonight. We're going to end talking about the crisis.
Strong.
Talking about the crisis. And I think it's very unique because I've heard this before, but a lot of times we hear things and like we still don't like to like. We're almost now judging the wrong culture. Like we're blaming everything on a culture that is not even number one anymore. Like we're not even like we're still battling a culture when we should be talking to the Eastern Indians. We should be talking to the Asians. Like we should be gaining information from totally different groups now. But we're still so focused on a group that's just right above us. And that's who we're comparing ourselves to every day. So I want to know what you guys think about his stats and the crisis. And it looks like in a few years or the next decade, we can be looking like we'll be in the teens when it comes to percentage.
Those statistics were shocking to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know a lot of Indians and a lot of Asians, you know, they own their own businesses and whatnot. I didn't know that their incomes were more than the white Americans though, or the black Americans at that. But I didn't think that list would be the way it was either. You know, it's just at one point or another, we got to figure this out. I think, and I'm going to go back to what I was saying a year ago, right here on No Middleman. We have let social media change our societal expectations. We have let social media wanting us to keep up with the Joneses when we can't even keep up with ourselves. I think that these statistics would be different if social media never existed.
Can I ask you a question, Rain?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be married in a culture that is such a low percentage of their own marriage percentage?
Why do I want to marry a black man? That's what you're asking me.
I mean, yeah, if you want to put it that way. like if you thought about it, like from how you're hearing it, right? It sounds like you would be better off marrying someone that looks like you and having a better overarching outcome. So why would you still choose the latter? You don't have to answer it today. I just wanted to ask that question. Because I think it's something you have to think about, right? Like there's literally numbers, stats, studies out there showing you that, like, okay, if Rain loves her chocolate drops, she can never possibly get the item that she's solely searching for. The numbers aren't on your side. I'm serious.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, everybody has their preferences.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard to answer that question, really. But with those staggering statistics, preference-wise, I don't see myself. I've never dated a white man. I've dated Hispanics and Afro-Hispanics. I haven't even, you know, dated a Mexican or an Asian, or I don't know anything else, you know, so that's all I know. Maybe I've missed out on my forever. I don't know, but hey.
What you think about this plug?
Them statistics are sucky, horrible. horrendous. We got to do better. We got to do better, Black people. We got to join forces. But when we get serious about it, family is business. Love is law. That needs to go across the entire social media atmosphere so they can get it. Family is business. Love is law. The same way these, white women go to college to try to find their husband, the same way these Black girls need to go to college to find their husband, not getting thotted out, having a bunch of bodies before they actually hit the market. You know what I mean? Because like me being from Florida, if you tell me that you went to FAMU or Bethune-Cookman, 9 times out of 10, if you went to a HBCU, they HBC'd you.
So I got a stat for you, Mariel. This might not support Rain even better either. It says they really don't have any the latest studies. It's pretty old studies, but it says some older studies found that interracial marriages overall had somewhat higher risk of divorce during the first 10 years, about 41% versus 31% for the same race marriages. However, researchers also found that the stability varies, but racial pairing